of scrimmage, you know, after the huddle. And do you think that Connor is more comfortable not making a check, just kind of going with the play that's called? Will you do less of that this week?
No.
Or just kind of do the same kind of thing?
About the same. We don't make that many though. We haven't really made that many. Probably need to do a little bit more occasionally, but you can't do it all the time.
Steve, looking back at the last drive against Auburn, it seemed like there was a lot of confusion going on. A couple of times there was only 10 guys on the field, some timeouts.
They had 10 on the field a few times too, but
Right.
just like the first touchdown we threw to Alshon, I don't know if y'all noticed, Auburn had 10 defensive guys on that play.
Just what was going on?
Did you catch that one? we were changing formations. Yeah, that was my fault. That was our fault. We were changing formations, and a guy came out, and we wanted to stick Alshon in that position where we could hopefully hit him down the middle against cover 2, which we knew that they were playing, and he's our best guy running down in there. So we had a little confusion. A guy came out. Fortunately, we didn't have any penalties. And fortunately, Bruce Allington ran in there and played tailback one play. Did you see that? Yeah. Somebody said there's 10 in there. He ran in there and stood back there next to Steven, I think, when he hit Alshon down there. Yeah, we had a little confusion. That was our fault.
Follow up on Ellington. I think it was like last game he had an expanded role in the offense. Now, what is his role going forward? He may see more.
He may see him some. Yeah, you may see him some. If we make some first downs, if we can make some third downs, it's always helpful. And that's one team made a bunch of them last week, and one team didn't, and that was really probably a big key in the game also. But hopefully we can get Bruce some more snaps, get the ball at Alshon, get the ball at Ace, get the ball at Demir, get the ball at D.D. Smith, maybe get Brandon Wiles 2 or 3 carries. That's what we hope would happen. It just hasn't happened yet. Maybe it'll happen this week. Who knows?
Steve, you said last night that Steven would be the backup this week. Do you anticipate any concerns about his confidence at all if he has to go in on Saturday?
No, he'll be ready. He'll be ready to go in if needed.
Coach, was Connor the clear-cut decision, or did you give Dylan Thompson some thought?
No, Connor's ready. He's been here longer, and Dylan's been here a while though, and Dylan's getting better. He gets a lot of throws in practice, so he's improved quite a bit. But right now, Connor clearly is our guy to go get.
Steve, with Kenny Miles, I know he's hurt. Is he still practicing with the team?
Yep, Kenny had a cast actually on his wrist last night, and he was able to catch the ball a little bit better. But again, he really had a bad sprained wrist. It's just taking a while, but he's got a cast on it now.
Is redshirting a consideration?
He's already been redshirted, I believe. Kenny Miles said his first year.
Just wondering if you're planning on Steven Garcia missing any practice this week with his personal situation.
If he needs to, he certainly can. If he needs to miss for his grandfather's funeral, he certainly would be excused to do that.
Coach, you mentioned the lack of execution on offense, third down conversions. Is that all on Steven or Connor?
No,
is that
it's on all of us. Head coach, assistant coach, players. It's on all of us, but mainly it's on me. Last year we were hitting right at 50%. Right now I think we're about 40. We're not terrible. Let's see, third down conversions. I think we're third in the league in that. I thought we were terrible. It says we're making 40. It says 46%. The opponents are making 40. But we've not been as good as we were last year on third downs, and it really hit us last game. We'll try to get better. Yeah.
Coach, I don't know, in the preseason, I don't know if you were joking or being serious. You mentioned you were taking over a lot of the quarterback coaching from G.A. Mangus.
I didn't say that, did I?
Yeah,
I said I was going
You might have been
responsible for calling
joking.
the plays.
Well, you might have been joking. You
Well, I
said,
coach everything on offense.
I was just going to ask,
I'm
what is
sorry.
kind of GA's role right now? Is he still coaching quarterbacks?
Yeah, he's coaching quarterbacks. Don't you watch practice?
I'm not allowed out there.
No, that's right.
I can be out there tonight if you don't mind.
Yeah. I try to coach a little bit of everything on offense and look in on the defense and special teams and so forth.
Coach, for Auburn, Kyle Frazier was very productive in the Wildcat. Any thought to either Gilmore or Ellington running some Wildcat?
There's always some thoughts of how to run the ball better. We've done a little bit of that. Whether or not that's the way to go, we'll have to just wait and see. Almost every team has it available. I think Kentucky's got a quarterback they may play that is an excellent runner. So we may see that on defense also. That's certainly a style of play that almost everyone does now.
Steve, it seems like you getting this question every week because of Melvin, but I mean, did you anticipate him being ready and having this kind of season? Could you see during the offseason that he was building up to this level?
He had an excellent preseason practice. In fact, our special team coach, John Butler, was always coming in talking about, man, this guy's amazing. We can't block him in the offensive line on pass rush, and he can catch passes. I tell you what was interesting about the intercept he had against Auburn. The guy that they were throwing at grabbed him by the jersey there and ended up tackling him. If he doesn't grab him there, they rolled everybody out to the right, and they threw it back in there. And he had about 95 yards of nothing if that guy doesn't get his jersey. I think it's that same tight end that caught the ball and fumbled and came back to him. I think it's the same guy. So it was, it was almost an extraordinary play. It was a very good play as it ended up, but actually as it ended up, I wish he'd knocked it down when he gained about 10 more yards. It went down right there. But if that guy doesn't grab his jersey, he might have outrun him for 95 yards. That would have been fun to watch, but just didn't happen.
Coach, a lot of the focus obviously has been on the quarterback change. What are you trying to do this week to help the running game improve? Obviously, it hasn't been where you've liked it to improve.
We're trying to get our guys block better. We're trying to get them block better. We're trying to get a little more stout in the middle of the line. As we all know, what stops running teams is penetration by the D-line. And we've had one or two of our guys getting knocked backwards about every play. And we're going to try not to get knocked backwards. Try to get at least a stalemate up front. And maybe, run inside, run outside. We got to mix up. We can't run up the middle all the time. We've hopefully learned that by now.
Great.
Coach, following up on that a little bit, Auburn really stacked the box and took away a lot of the running lanes. Do you see Kentucky doing that same thing, or they have a defensive line that can kind of handle that a little bit?
Yeah, they did and they didn't. They did sometimes, but I mean, they played cover two, stuffed us also many a times because they, like I said, they had penetration. They knocked one of our guys backwards about 3 yards. A lot of plays. You guys up in the box, I'm sure you could see that. So we're trying to make sure we don't get knocked backwards and maybe do a little bit more changing the play at the line of scrimmage, depending on the front. We need to do that a little bit better than we did also.